In this video, we will teach you how to integrate additional data that goes beyond event frames, into your reports using journal actions. Let's get started. With journal actions, you can fully unlock the potential of data in your reports. They enable you to capture more than just specific event details. So let's see how it looks in action and move on to an exercise. Our task is to add a journal action that consists of a trend, summary value of minimum, maximum, and average, and profile values at the start time and end time, result definitions of the PyPoint CDT 158 of a reactor under the batch level to our existing batch report template. We will begin by adding journal action to our data template. In the data template tab, right-click on batch and insert a journal action. Name it Journal Action CDT 158. You can see a tab called Action Parameters. An action parameter is a way of defining a data source in RtReports. So click on the green plus icon and add your first action parameter. Name it Tag1. For the type, select PyTagged from the drop-down list. A tag search window should open up. Write CDT 158 in the tag mask and click on Search. Select the CDT 158 PyPoint and click on OK. Now go to the Journal Action Edit and the Action Results tab. This is where we will assign journal actions to the PyTag CDT 158. In other words, we will decide what outputs we want to see. Click on the green plus icon. For the name, type Trend. Select type Trend. And drag your tag from the left side of the window to data source on the right side. Notice the curly brackets. This means it is an action parameter. Click again on the green plus icon. For the name, type Sum. Select the type Summary Value. And again, drag tag from the left to the data source on the right. Check Yes for minimum, maximum, and average. Click one more time on the green plus icon. For the name, write Profile. Select the type Profile and drag the tag from the left to the data source. Check Yes for Start and End and click on OK. Now save the report template. Click on F3 to test the report or F5 to refresh. You should see new values that have been created in the journal. So now let's display the trend in our report. To do it, first switch to the Format Template tab and expand the main section. Select Main Content and insert Trend Object. For the node name, type Trend. Browse and drag the trend value from the journal to the source field. It is a really long path, so I will just type it on the screen for you. The last thing, change the trend width from 8000 to 1800. Now save the report template and refresh or F5 to see how the trend is displayed in your report. Now let's add a trace set, so a smart table for the summary data. In Format Template tab, expand the main section, select Main Content, insert Trace Set. For the node name, type Summary Values. Browse and drag the item you can see on the screen from the journal to the source field. So TraceSet is a smart table object that allows you to automatically create columns and rows based on its definitions. So you have to define the rows, and that's exactly what we are going to do in the next step. So go to the rows definition tab, click on the red X to remove columns time, error code, error description, and is good. If you are wondering, these columns are there because the RtReports application queries the data archive. While you may encounter errors and wish to display them in your report, we just assume our data is reliable and we just remove them. Go to the border tab for the frame select border, for the border width 1, and click on OK. Okay, save your report template and click on refresh or hit F5 on your keyboard. Now let's add a table for the profile data to our format template. So go to format template and expand the main section, select main content, insert, table. For the node name type profile table, select 1 rows, 4 columns. Go to the border tab. You are already familiar with it for the frame select border and for the border width 1 and click on OK. Now expand the profile table, rename the table row to values. Expand the values row column 1 to 4 and add the following node names: tag name, description, value at start time, and value at end time. Now select the values row, copy it, select the table header, paste it there, and rename the row to labels. Expand the table header row called labels, select each table data, insert text, and the text will be, as usual, the same as column names. Now select the tag name table data, insert data, browse and drag the following item to the source field. You might be wondering what this number 14 refers to. I will not go into details, but I encourage you to check out our knowledge article if you are interested. Now select the description, table data, insert data, and browse and drag the item you can see on the screen to the source field. Now select the value at start time, table data, insert data, browse and drag the following item to the source field. Now select the value at end time, table data, insert data, and browse and drag the item from the screen to the source field. Now you can save the report template and hit refresh or F5. Your report should look similar to what you see on the screen. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.